Hey guys, how's it growing? Jackson here with another video. I know it's been a couple months since I posted last. Things have been crazy in terms of weather around here. Definitely not rock hounding weather. It's been super rainy, super cold and windy. So me going rock hounding is a definite no-go. I do not like the cold. So unfortunately, I did not go rock hounding at all. And there was just no time to do any plant stuff. Just because it's been so cold and nothing's been growing until lately. Things are now getting into the high 30s, low 40s at night, so things are starting to turn around, things are starting to bud, and so we will see what's doing good, what's not doing good, and get your opinion on some things that I might implement right back here. So with that being said, we will get right into it. Oh, and I don't know if you guys see this, but this is a little danger noodle. His name is Mac. I got him like maybe a month ago. He's about a 10-year-old boa constrictor. We'll probably be talking more about him in future videos and stuff like that, but he's just gonna be hanging out with me while I do this video so he can catch some sun, have a good time. I love this guy to death. He's such a cool snake, super mellow, super chill. And yeah, I love him to death. Super cool. Anyway, we will be getting into that right now. Okay, before I put him back on me, this is what Mac looks like, I guess, compared to some of the plants and whatnot. He's a pretty big boy. I'm gonna grab him before he gets locked up somewhere in the bush, so hold on. Okay, we're gonna start over here with the big old Sabra. It's looking pretty dang good, other than the fact that it has no leaves, but when we get close up and we're looking at the bark, it looks pretty sweet. There's some really nice bumping going on, some nice bumps right around there, and some towards the base as well. So that is a really good sign that things might start turning around and we might start getting some flowers from this guy. So that would be super, super sweet. Another thing from this tree is the grafts that I did. They have taken, so, or at least it looks like it has. The little red blotching right there, that little dot, that is some new growth popping up on this guy. And I don't know if there's any other, there might be some right there in the corner. And then on this other graft as well, we got some, let me come around. We have some new growth popping up, so that is pretty sweet indeed right there, as you can see. And so that is pretty cool. I'm pretty excited that happened because I wasn't sure I was going to be able to have some successful grafts from these guys, because I know they're super hard to graft with, and it looks like it happened. So that is really neat, really glad that happened. So we're just going to keep monitoring this guy. Hopefully hopefully we'll get some fruit, and yeah, I'll keep you updated on that perfect little tree. This guy right here, the dragon's blood tree, is looking pretty good, nice and green. It's grown a little bit since probably like the last time I've shown him, but yeah, nothing to complain about that guy. Nothing to complain about this guy either. Pushing out some new growth, looking real good. I have a graft on here that hasn't pushed out any new growth, but yet it's still nice and green, so that's always good to see. And right here looks like a bunch of sticks together, but we got some new growth popping up right here and here and here and here and here and here. And this Grimmel Jaboticaba is looking pretty good indeed. So it's getting nice and big. Let me move this rock so you can look at the trunk a little bit. So it's looking pretty good. It's a decent sized trunk right there. This is a Gala Plants tree, and purchased this from him in I'm trying to think, when was it? November maybe. And I mean, these trees are really hardy. It's the fact that the leaves don't stay on the tree very well, so it's still doing really good. I mean, it has a ton of buds popping up. It will push out a lot of new growth, but like I said, these leaves don't stay on very well, at least compared to the Sabra. And honestly, I don't know if that's saying much or not. The big Australian finger lime, looking decent. A little yellowing going on, but I think that's just because we've had so much rain lately. It has no time to like dry out or anything. So as you can see, it looks pretty wet in there. Pretty wet, but we got let's see, we got a decent amount of flowers popping. Well, at least I mean fruit. So we had flowers at one point. There's some fruit growing right there and here and there and everywhere, but this guy, he needs a little love. The brush cherry needs to be shaped up, but looking good. I mean, I just got this just because it's a Eugenia. So that's the only reason I have it. Not really for the fruit or anything, but it is a fun little, you know, little thing to talk about. Look at this. Look at that. Look at those beautiful leaves, man. Holy cow. Look how big they are too. I love loquat leaves. They are just so cool, especially when they're nice and new and green. Holy cow. Dude, that is so nice. Oh God. I love loquats. Loquats are so fun to grow. The fruit are just so good and they look amazing. I mean, look at that new growth. It looks pretty sweet. It almost looks like a sapodilla. Yeah, or a sapote or something. Looks pretty close. Look at that, super nice, pretty big boy. It's a decent sized little boy. And I think this is just from seeds, so I'll probably be doing some grafting with it. Look at this guy. He's a little cold, you know. That's okay. He'll bounce back. I'm not too worried about it. The trunk looks pretty good. We had some peeling going on, so that's always nice to see. It looks a nice looking shape too. It's a nice shape. Definitely glad I got this guy. Can't wait to get this guy as big as the big old Sabra. But you know, that'll be a few years. The big, or not the big, but this cherry is looking real nice right now. Look at how nice these green leaves are. Ooh, so new and sleek. And then we got like, I don't know, 4 little cherries growing. I don't think I've seen any cherries any other places, but I knew there was some flowers right there at the time, and now we got cherries, so that is sweet. And the other cherry tree is looking pretty good too. It's starting to push out a little later, but it's looking really good, and we got quite a bit of flowers popping up, so that is super sweet. Pretty happy with that, and they look super pretty. They look so pretty. Holy cow. So we'll probably have some cherries on this guy. Chilean myrtle, nice and bushy, needs to be pruned up, trimmed up, shaped up, all that good jazz. But that will be for another day. You know, I gotta see what I really want to do with it. We got this little, I believe it's a Zutano? Yeah, Zutano. It's looking pretty good. It was up against the greenhouse with the other big guys, so it's looking pretty good. No cold damage at all or anything. This guy looks pretty sweet, so really happy with him. I don't know if I'll put this in the ground. I kind of want to, just why not? And let's go look at this beautiful Meyer lemon tree. Definitely not my favorite fruit, but look at all those flowers. You cannot deny how beautiful those flowers look, and they haven't even popped up yet, at least not fully. And I can't wait till they do, because it's gonna smell amazing. But there's just so many of them. I'm gonna have to pull off a ton just so I can hold on to some fruit or something. Not that I really care to have fruit on this, but it's always nice to see fruit. And I think I'm gonna pop off these branches right here that I try to air layer and do some grafting with them. I don't think they took because the sphagnum moss I had it in was super duper wet. I need to be able to seal this off a little better, and then they'll probably be able to take. But like I said, it was drenched when I opened this up to see how it was doing. It was drenched, so not surprised, but things happen like that. The cocktail peach apricot stone fruit thing, it's doing okay. Nice new growth, nothing looking bad at all. We got like one little peach popping up. I don't know if I'll keep it. I took off like all the flowers just because I want this guy to really grow this year and not get sunburned, because that is the real devastation of this plant last year, was the sunburning. So we'll see how it does. Anyway, let's go. We got this little Cotto. It's pushing out some nice new growth right there. Looking nice and pretty. Some of the old growth is damaged, but that is okay. As long as that new growth looks pretty good, that's all you need to worry about. And honestly, it looks like there's gonna be some flowers right there. So that's kind of interesting. I did not know that was gonna happen at all. And so yeah, looks like there's flowers popping up right there. I don't see any other flowers, but that, oh, right here. Right there. So that's pretty cool. Wow, we're gonna have some flowers on this avocado this year. Coolio. The cocktail citrus tree. This guy looks pretty dang good right now. This is a nice little Meyer lemon scion that's budding out really nice new foliage. I mean, the Oro Blanco foliage is looking pretty good, and there's a ton of flowers on this guy. Not that I really care about the Oro Blanco, but in terms of the fruit, I don't necessarily like grapefruit that much, but it is really nice to see it's looking good, pushing out some new growth. And I'm trying to find the rainpour lime sign. This guy's looking pretty good, pushing out lots of flowers and whatnot. Some new growth, so that is always good to see. And look at how many flowers are on this Oro Blanco. I'm gonna have to pull off a ton of flowers, but yeah, nice rainpour lime scion. That's actually a decent size compared to this other one. Wow. See, I haven't really looked at these trees very much, so a lot of this looks pretty new to me as it is to you. We got the lime quat looking pretty drab right now, but I think this stuff's really moist, super moist. So citrus don't like it that moist, so it's looking pretty drab. That's okay, we'll get it out of it. Moved all these finger limes out from where the greenhouse was, because I think it's fine now. I don't think it's gonna get too windy anymore. But anyway, this guy's looking pretty good. No flowers or anything on it, I don't believe so, but that's okay. This guy's pretty small. I don't really care to have any fruit off these trees, at least not yet. This guy, this Washington navel, pushing out some new growth, some flowers, foliage, the whole 9 yards. So it's looking pretty good. Put some lawn clippings right on top of it just to keep it nice and protected, at least the roots protected. I don't necessarily care about keeping moisture down, because all this mulch is going to keep the moisture in, so not worried about that, just worried about the roots being protected. This other finger lime is looking pretty tall, so I'm not sure if I should just leave that and see how it is. But that's an interesting growth pattern for sure. Megami kumquat. Honestly, I think I need to move this guy into a shadier spot, because kumquats do not like the heat, and this guy gets a pretty good amount of sun. I think there's like one fruit left right here. I think we only had like 2 or 3, but it looks like it has some holes in it from little buggies going in there. I'll just leave that for the bugs. They deserve a little snack every once in a while, don't they? Do they not? Look at this apple tree though. Whoo! Looks pretty freaking nice. There's a ton of flowers on it. I have been so lazy because I need to pull some off just so that it doesn't necessarily have to do that himself or itself, you know. There's a ton of flowers everywhere. So it's really neat that it has a lot of flowers, but you know, you gotta pull off some of them just so you don't get too much growing on. You gotta keep the health of the tree at maximum, you know. Oh shoot, yeah, look at this. Little moringa died down all the way down here, but look, it's still green right on the side right there. So I am keeping it there. We'll see if it pops up, but that's just interesting to me. Oh, look at this. Look at that. We got a little red finger lime. So this is green finger lime, but you know, when it gets nice and cold, the fruit turn red or pink or whatever, and so it looks like a red finger lime, but it's actually just a regular pink or a regular red. I mean, shoot, it's a regular green. God, Jesus. But that's a nice one. Look at that. It's a nice size, decent size. Raincore lime, looking pretty good. Pushing out some nice new growth. And some nice buds. Dang, these buds are swelling up pretty big. Ooh, I'm so excited for all these citrus to start pushing out flowers, just so I can smell them. Oh, the flowers just smell so good. This Eureka lemon, looking pretty dang good. I really like that nice crimson red new foliage. Isn't that freaking crazy? Whew, that looks so nice. So nice. We got this little Australian finger lime in ground. It's not liking all the wet soil slash mulch right there, so it'll turn around. Things will dry out. Hopefully rain is gonna at least taper down a little bit. I mean, I'm not against the rain, I just want it to taper down a bit. Another finger lime. This one looks pretty dang good. Needs to be trimmed up though. I'm gonna trim up a bunch of these finger limes and do more cuttings and root cuttings and try and do more grafting, so that's gonna be nice. It's good to have a lot of trees so you can do grafting and whatnot with them, or take branches and scions and all that nice jazz. So these guys are good. This apple tree started to push out some new growth right here. We'll see how it does. I'm not too hopeful on it producing any apples, but look at this. It's a nice shape. It's a nice rootstock, because I'll probably be doing lots of grafting on this guy. Just every branch I'll just probably find some other variety and just graft onto it, because why not, honestly. If this guy's not going to produce anything, I might as well just graft with it. But that's a nice tree. It's a nice tree. It looks pretty, but anyway, we got the Fuyu persimmon. Yeah, this guy is looking pretty good. I'm glad it's doing a lot better now. Glad it's in ground, honestly. I think that's what it really needed, was to be in ground so it can really be more protected. And we got this kind of sad little avocado growing right here. It's nice and shady back here. But it's pushing out some new growth. It's kind of nice, So we'll see how this guy goes. What is this one? Oh, Pinkerton, yeah, Pinkerton. Sweet. So, that is all the trees out here. Oh, one thing I did want to ask you guys. Okay, so where the Australian finger limes are right now, I was thinking of putting papayas in all those spots. Probably right there, right there, right there, right there. So a nice line of papayas in between these little citrus, and then papaya back there, papaya right there, and probably a papaya right over there. I really want some papayas growing on. I feel like that is the way to go. If you guys have any other suggestions on what I should put in between, I guess I can add some blueberries. I need to get like some like Fakahatchee grass and all sorts of other clumping grasses so I can do chop and drop and whatnot. But let me know what you guys think of what I should put in these spots if papaya isn't the right thing I should do. Or anyway, let's go to the greenhouse, but you know, think about what I just said. What should I do right there? Papayas? Yeah? I don't know. Okay, let's go to the greenhouse. Oh yes, the dreaded greenhouse. How I dread to come in here because it's so narrow, and all I do every time I get in here is knock something over. And if you know me, I'm super clumsy, and I knock things over all the time. So coming in here is very dangerous for me, especially with all these little jabos. I do not want to kill them at all, and my feet think otherwise. Anyway, these guys are doing pretty good. It's getting a little warmer in here. I'm gonna have to set up some umbrellas right at the front right here just so that they can get some shade. But like I said, everything's doing pretty good around here. We got a lot of little ice cream beans popping up, a lot of loquats under there. All the jabos are doing fine for the most part. I'm gonna have to separate all these out later. Some of them look kind of burnt and spent, but that's okay. This is a nice little what was this? I think it says right here. It's like a honey something fig. Peter's honey fig. I need to get into figs because California is famous for their figs, so gotta represent. And I just dropped a bunch of jabos, so I'm gonna cut this right now, pick those up, and yeah. Okay, that was bad, but everything is fine now. Might have killed a couple, but that's okay. Looks like we have something eating at these Australian bloodlines, so that's nice. Probably some snails or something. Looks like some of these guavas are starting to push out some new growth. They got a little burnt during the winter, but that's okay. Australian finger lime, looking pretty good, not too bad. And like I said, I haven't looked at these really at all that much, so a lot of this stuff is looking pretty new to me. The giant Prier, looking good still. I was worried about this guy making it through winter just because I got it so late in the season, but you know, it's looking pretty good right now. Made it through. Let's see. Oh yeah, this Grimmel cutting from last year, it's looking pretty good too. I'll just zoom in, but yeah, it's still alive. That's good. I was kind of worried about that one too, not making it. And then honestly, same with these I'm trying to think of the variety. It's a dwarf variety. I got it from Shiloh, so if you guys can remember what that was called, I'll look it up though later probably. The variegated Sabra, looking pretty good. It's got some regular leaves that I gotta pop off, but it's looking pretty good, you know. Didn't get very much damage this past winter, so that's nice. This other variegated Sabra, looking good. Gotta take that off, of course, but I mean, it's still looking pretty good. I'm really glad these guys made it this winter. You know, it's never a guarantee that these plants are gonna make it, so it's always nice when they do. And the ESALQ looking pretty sweet right now. I love those big old leaves, they look so sweet, man. And then this Hestinga looking pretty good. I gotta take out all these little oxalis plants. I'm so bad at weeding. There's just weeds everywhere, but that's what happens. Pink Lisa, you know, it's lost all its leaves, but it's pushing out some new buds right there, as you can see. So that is pretty sweet. I'm glad this guy's doing okay. I was definitely worried about that guy making it through the winter, because I spent quite a bit on that. So I'm glad I got that. And I think I got this guy from Gala Plants. So look out for that gentleman. The seedling cherimoya looking pretty good. Didn't lose its leaves at all. Not at all. That is sweet, man. I need to plant this thing out. Ooh, yeah. I need to plant this out. I need to do that. Banana's doing okay. Osmanthus fragrans doing okay. Ooh, I should plant this guy out too. This is a seedling. I believe it's a Eureka. Seedling Eureka lemon. Let me see. Wait. Yeah, it's a Eureka. Oh god. Those leaves smell so freaking good. This is nice rootstock. I'm gonna do some grafting with this guy. I need to trim him up, but that is perfect for grafting right now. We got some more Sabra seedlings, looking good. And then we got this, what happened to this guy? We got this nice red hybrid. It needs to be weeded, of course, but it's looking good, you know. Not too crazy of damage, just always on the tips. But you know, with jabos, you're pretty much always gonna have burnt leaf tips. Nice rootstock ready for grafting. We got the red finger lime, still looking pretty small. Doesn't look like there's any flowers or anything on there. I need to start bringing these guys out. All these guys need to go out right over here, fill up those spots, and we will hopefully do that tomorrow. But this is a nice little Grimmel. I think this was my first Grimmel from Pete. This guy's doing pretty good. Oh, I need to plant this guy out. This mulberry, Pakistani mulberry. I need to plant that out. Another Chilean myrtle. Nice little seedling. My only seedling. And it's looking pretty good. Can't complain. This red hybrid Jabo is looking fantastic. I thought this guy was gonna get a little destroyed by this winter, but it's looking fantastic, man. There's the trunks right there, dude. It looks nice. I'm probably gonna buy some more of those red hybrids because I know Pete has them in stock right now. He's got about 48 of these 3 gallons in stock from what I saw the other day. So I am gonna pick some up. And then look at that, nice white. That is looking pretty good. I honestly have not gotten a good look at these guys in a long time, so that looks pretty good. And I have not come in here and watered these at all. I honestly just left them as is, and they are looking pretty good. I mean, the mister might have hit them with some water, but really they don't get water too often. And that looks freaking fantastic. Oh boy, and look at that new growth on that Escalarte. Okay, let's look at its trunk, man. Looks nice. It's peeling and everything. That thing looks fantastic, man. Couldn't be happier with my Jabos, guys. You gotta get on your Jabo. Get on the Jabo train, you know? You gotta join it. Join us. Suriname cherry took off a ton of leaves, man. There is a ton gone, but a lot of new growth popping up, so that is super nice to see. Super nice to see. Unfortunately, my miracle fruit tree, like every year it seems, it just cannot take the winter, and so it has died back quite a bit. But you know, let me get out of here, fly. When I do this, it's nice and green. So still alive, so not stressed about it. It's unfortunate. We'll see how it'll do this winter. Anyway, and then we got some, I believe these are just Eureka or Meyer lemons. They're in like 3 gallons or something right now. They're pushing out some new growth. They look pretty good, and there's nothing bad to say about them. So that's always nice. And we got Australian finger lime cuttings, still looking good, pushing out some new growth. A lot of them look real nice still. Made it through the winter easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And let's see what's in here. We got some cuttings in here. Nothing looks crazy yet, so we'll wait on those, but I don't know. Everything's looking pretty good. I'm tired of this small greenhouse though, so I'm going to be getting a 20-foot greenhouse pretty soon, so I could put all these seedlings in here. I probably won't be using this sort of mattress table method. I'm gonna just do some cinder blocks and pallets, and that should be able to do it. And hopefully we will get that done pretty soon, because I want to get that pushed out over there. I want the greenhouse over there. I want all these guys over there, and I want them to have some space to grow, because it is too small in here, and it makes me really not want to go in here. It's too small in here, man. So anyway, I hope you guys like this little video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. So with that being said, peace.